Arjan.
How's it going, Vince?
Good to see you not in Atlanta.
Good to see you here in LA. I'm really excited to be here in your studio. You have a very nice space here.
Little bunker.
Your little bunker, and it looks like you've been really, or it sounds like you've been really productive. I've been hearing some great new music.
Yeah, it's been really fun. I've been out here for 9 months now, and just been getting as busy as possible. You know, since the last record, it's been a while, so you know, hopefully I can come back with the Fear Inside real soon. And,
So, can you describe the new sound?
Well, I mean, you heard it's kind of all over the place right now. I mean, the only thing holding it together right now is my vocal, which has also changed a lot since the first record, as you noticed. I feel that, you know, it goes from urban sort of areas over to electro disco. It's also got the same sort of big production as like the last album has, but there's a lot of moments in the record where I feel more of my earlier sort of side comes through, just in terms of quirk. And yeah, I am really excited about getting it finished. It's been too long.
So you've moved to LA. When did you move?
I moved the day after Christmas Day.
Okay.
I jumped on a plane on what in England we call Boxing Day, and yeah, I moved to downtown Los Angeles. We're currently in Hollywood, for all the viewers out there, but I used to live in downtown, just down that way, and it's rubbish.
So how has LA inspired you?
I mean, I've been coming to Los Angeles for close to 5 years now, visits and stuff. I love it here. It's very relaxing, good weather, chilled people. It's a great place to just kind of start from zero, especially coming from a place like London, which is so different. You know, it's very compact. Los Angeles is very spread out. You can kind of get lost in the city, and that's what I was trying to do. You know, get after the first album, just kind of start again. You know.
We've talked about this a little bit, but what do you think maybe the biggest challenge was after the first record, going into this new project?
Just finding like a new sound, a new process. I think process has been the most interesting thing, trying to work out how to get creative again, and it's been a case of actually just not thinking about it too much and just going at something like a bullet a gate, and you know, trying to be as open to suggestion as possible. As I say, I've been working on my album, I've been working with other people, from Joe Jonas all the way over to this guy called T Mills, who's a great artist who's going to be coming out soon, and you know, Far East Movement. And then I've been doing my own sort of production and just experimenting with new sounds and styles of music. I mean, I've always been a fan of urban music, like R&B and stuff like that, and it's great to get a couple of hints of that on this record. I'm working with this guy called Billboard from Montreal, and he's incredible. He's going to be co-producing the album with me, and that's going to be awesome.
And I agree, because I've heard some of that, and it is amazing.
He just gets it.
Yeah, really exciting stuff. You know, when you say urban, some people might say, you know, some of the fans of the first record might say, "Oh my God, what does that mean?" But it's urban in a very new, fresh way. It's urban in a pop way.
Yeah, I mean, you look at. I'm not trying to do what, like, say, Ushers or T-Pain's, where they're taking what they're doing with their rap and putting it over a dance beat. I'm actually trying to take what they're doing and not rap on it, what they used to do, and not rap on it, and make it into more of a me thing. And I think it's quite an interesting combination. You know, I'll take an R&B demo that Billboard sends over, I'll write a song to it, and then I'll rejig it so it's like a dance track. And so it's kind of like re-flipping what the hip-hop guys are doing, but I'm doing it the other way around, so it's quite cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. Are you hoping to have some collaborators on this album as well, or is it all going to be you? You know, in terms of people that sing along with you, or
I think it's just going to be me. I really do. I want to do it all myself. You know, I'm a complete control freak, and the first album was all me. I think, you know, I'm happy to do my productions for other people's stuff, but I think me, it's just like, boom, this is what I do. This is what I've been. This is why I travelled and moved to Los Angeles for. This is the story. This is the journey, and here's the 12 songs for you y'all to hear.
Yeah, yeah.
Bonus tracks.
So you're working with the coolest label out there right now, which is Cherry Tree.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Which is led by Martin Kirschenbaum, who is brilliant. What has it been like to work with him?
It's been amazing. Island Records, which is my record label in England, who put out my first record, I'm still signed to them. They set up the meeting for me to meet Martin, and he's such a great guy. He was a fan of the first record, and he just told me what was needed to be changed or improved to finesse the release of the next album and work out just finding my feet. He was good at helping me finesse melodies and helping me with productions, simplifying things and bringing it all back down. He's been really great working with him creatively away from the music on the music video front, and he wants his artists to be involved in as many of the creative decisions as possible. So it's been scary but also great, and the English record label have been really supportive of the whole thing, which is very rare, to be in that position where you're signed to basically two record labels and one, they're cooperating. So that's made life very, very simple, which is nice. And I look forward to work with him in the future. I mean, he's set up me working with Collect Car. I mean, the Far East Movement thing, that's just blowing up right now, which is great, and hopefully Fighting for Air will become a single. And yeah, I could go on and on.
Can we talk maybe about a couple of the songs that I've heard?
Sure.
So one of the standout tracks is one that you wrote with Martin, which is The Fear Inside.
Yeah.
Without hearing it, can you talk a little bit about that song and what
sure.
it represents and
Me and Martin, when we ended up meeting together in London, actually, it wasn't written or recorded out here. We went to a little writing studio in London, and we just wrote like 2 or 3 tracks, and The Fear Inside was one of them. He's very good at just getting strong sections of a track together, so like strong verse, strong pre-chorus. It's all very like boom. Like, it was completely opposite of how I used to work, where I just used to think of something as the track was playing. We were very solid about the melody, very solid about the lyrics, and we didn't cut any corners. And the song is like, it's got this kind of like Beverly Hill Cops bass line, 80s sort of feel to it in the verses, and then it goes to this sort of like trance breakdown pre-chorus, and then it goes to a full force to the floor, like party chorus sort of thing with this really cool, simple hook over the top. And that's pretty much, it just builds and builds, and it's a good grower. It's not anything like I've made before. And I think whether the fans agree, a lot of fans didn't like how my demos went into my album, how different they were. Well, this is going to be the same thing, but God forbid ever just doing the same thing twice. I mean, really, that sucks.
Another track, I believe is called We Collide.
Yeah.
That I really, really liked. Tell me about.
It's a great track. I mean, it's one of my favourites too. Just because I love the production, I love the sound, the vibe. It's got this sort of like up-tempo Frankmusik. It's faster than like your standard dance beat. It's like 140. And you've got this amazing sort of like Take On Me arpeggiated synth happening, and it's all about basically like 2 planets crashing into each other, but it's 2 people, and the sort of everything is upside down. Like I say lyrics like the book I read is reading me, or I fall and land on the sky, the leaves are falling on the trees. These kind of like opposites that happen throughout the song, and it just kind of represents 2 people that just want to be together, but the only connection they have is a bad one. Like colliding.
And it's is it autobiographical?
No, that's the one great thing about this album. I don't know how many people are going to agree with this, but I know that a lot of ex-girlfriends are going to be happy that this album is not autobiographical. This album is actually about no one at all. All these songs are songs that I've written to make songs. The first album was very personal, and I don't regret doing it, but I've learned that it's a very fine line writing music about relationships that are still very current or only recent, and letting all the world hear that. If you're not ready to let the world hear that, you shouldn't do it. And And I've learned from that. I'm happy just to be able to produce pop music. Because it's good for writing with other people, you know. Instead of always having to look inside, you actually have to challenge yourself and be like, right, okay, so let's make a pop song. Okay, this is how we do it. And instead of just like looking in, you have to connect with someone else. You know, you don't want them to have to be like digging up all their personal life to make a pop song. So that's been a really great, refreshing process as well. Yeah, no ex-girlfriend singing.
So when can we expect the new music to come out?
Good question. I've got this new guy, as I said, Billboard, who's going to be finessing everything on my record and just giving it all the finishing touches and giving it like some gel between all the tracks, so it all makes sense. And so once that's all done, I reckon the album will be finished in the next couple of months or the next month. We're going to hopefully be putting out Fear Inside very soon, in the next few weeks, at the latest, and then we'll see where we go from there.
Yeah, very cool. So you, by the way, you have a really cool studio space here.
Yeah, it's nice.
And I noticed actually, first of all, we have 1985 up there, and we have C-3PO here.
Transformers.
Transformers. There's a little bit of an 80s vibe here.
Yeah, just reminding myself that I used to be a kid once too. Because you can grow up a little bit too quickly sometimes.
Well, thank you very much. If
Thanks,
there
Arjan.
anything else you'd like to...
I'd like to say hello to all your fans of your website and hope to see you guys all very soon with some new music that Arjan can talk about.
Thank you very much.